Yo, what it do? So we are on part 2 of San Antonio showcasing, or the showcase of San Antonio's archery shops. Like I said, we only got a few of them, like I think 3 or 4 of them. So I was able to get participation or permission from 3 of them, which was Archery HQ, which is already on right now. Subscribe to my channel, go take a look at that. And then we're here today at Leading Edge Archery, and we're gonna go do a tour of Leading Edge, and we're gonna meet the owner, family, because I like to showcase family-owned, family-ran businesses, so we're gonna get to meet the family and get a tour. Probably take a couple shots on the range like we did the last one, and you guys are welcome to come visit. And anytime you're in San Antonio, stop on by Leading Edge. We're out in Bernie. We're in Bernie, Texas right now, which is pretty much the edge of San Antonio. So come on out and check them out. So come on in, let's go take a look, go meet everybody. All right, come on, y'all, let's take a look. So like I said, we like to showcase mom and pop shops, and as you can see, they have a super small shop here. With a lot of things on the walls, a lot of products for sale. I mean, it's an outdoor shop, just like any other outdoor shop that you find in anywhere else you go. But come on, let's take a look around and we'll show you what they have to offer. They offer targets, they got merchandise. For you hunters out here looking for a good knife, they got those. They pretty much have it all. They sell crispy boots for you guys that like to spend $500 on a pair of boots. And there you go. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over here and go meet the owner. So how you doing, ma'am?
How are you?
So I'd like to introduce you guys to the owner of Leading Edge, Ms.
Kyna Stevens.
Kyna Stevens. And we're gonna do a tour of her shop today, and to see what she has to offer for San Antonio and all the people that come to visit San Antonio, especially people that's coming to shoot for tack.
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's go take a look.
Okay, so up here we have all of our retail stuff, of course. So we do have all of our bows that are for sale in these glass enclosed rooms. Okay. So we have them by category. So it's Elite, Prime, Darton, and then PSE all the way down here.
Oh, so each one has their own room?
Yep, they each have
that's
their own
pretty cool.
individual
So
room.
then this is also a test room too, so like you can
Yes.
test them out.
Yeah, no, so if you ever come in and you wanted to shoot a bow, you can literally point at any one of these, and I'll grab one off the wall, I'll set it to your draw length, set it to all your specs and everything, and then you can actually shoot it right here in this room. Obviously, we've had some mishaps before.
Oh wow, dude, look.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, we got to a point that we were gonna have people start autographing them, but they weren't for that as
I
much.
bet you that was a short person too. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It has kind of this long stretch. We do have our like Hall of Fame kind of deal.
Oh wow.
Pretty much everything in the shop was harvested by either me or my family member, with the exception of this cool bear here. This was by our elite rep actually harvested this a couple years ago.
That's
So,
a nice
yeah.
bear, yeah.
So the more you walk down,
Pretty
we
sure it's
have,
hard to keep it on the back.
oh yeah, we have some used birds and stuff, and then we have all of our string making area, and then we do have our arrow setups. We do a lot of custom setups and everything like that.
Oh, you guys make strings too?
We do. We don't do a ton of them, just because we do have a partnership with Gas Bowstrings now.
Oh, okay.
I shoot for them. I shoot professionally, so I shoot for them, and we use them through our shop. I've done a lot of testing, and I like their stuff a lot.
Competitor.
But
I shoot for 8.3.
there you go. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we do. I mean, I kind of taught myself how to make them. Like, if a customer comes in and is in a really bad pinch, I can make them. It's just not something we kind of advertise very much. And then we have Melissa, who will meet here in a bit. She does all of our recurve strings. She's traveled the countryside shooting her bare bow and recurve and everything. Oh yeah.
All right, I love a track shooter, man. That's how I started.
Man, she smokes anybody. I put her up against anybody.
Wow.
And then finally, this is our range. We do have 10 yards over here. We have a bunch of adjustables set up so you can shoot at 10, 15, or 20 yards. And then we do have some 3D targets. We just kind of pick those whenever it's 3D season. If somebody doesn't want to shoot in 110-degree weather. So.
Yeah, no kidding. Sweltering. I don't know why I chose to move to Texas. I mean, I knew it was gonna be hot, but I didn't know it was gonna be.
Yeah, and man, it gets so hot on that caliche. It's so bright.
Boy.
It's not fun practicing out there, but we make the best of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, huh? All right. Well, I like this thing. This is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Reminds me of a pretty nice shop.
I appreciate that. It's still a work in progress. We've had to revamp a couple of things, and there's definitely some more stuff we want to do with the range. Just kind of waiting to see what God's exactly wanting us to do. Because we use everything back here we have a big kids program. We've got a little over 100 kids that come in every week.
That's good.
So trying to find a way.
For the program, or is it something that people can look up and sign up for?
So we have a couple different tiers. So we have classes, which is you just call and ask to sign up for the classes. And that is if you have your own equipment, you can come in and shoot. If you don't have equipment, we have barebow breakers that you can basically use, and we'll assign you say numbers to use the same stuff every week. We've had kids that have taken that for as long as 3 years now. But then they also have the ability to jump up to, we have a rec team and then we have an elite team. So I coach our elite team with the help of Miss Melissa as well. Those kids travel all over the country. We actually now have a young lady that has gone international. She shoots barebow recurve.
Wow.
Yeah, she went, I'm blanking on where she went now, but her and Melissa traveled and she went and won all kinds of crazy stuff across the pond. So she was having a great time with that.
Wow, really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it just kind of depends on how far you're wanting to get in archery.
Yeah.
And we're pretty good about being honest with people about, pricing, and then if, how far you want to go is going to cost about this much and about this much time as well.
So you work with someone's budget.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you guys heard that, right? So just come on down to leading edge, work with your budget.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend thousands and thousands. They'll get you started.
Yeah, that's honestly the biggest reason I even bought this shop was, I've actually worked here since I was about 16.
Oh, wow.
There was a gentleman that owned it before me, and then a bunch of really cool God things happened, and I had the opportunity with my parents to purchase it from him.
Wow.
And really the biggest thing that made me want to buy it was all the kids that were here. I had grown a pretty strong bond with most of them. And a lot of them still shoot here. Several of them have either gone off to college now. We have several in college, and then some of them have just kind of weeded out over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean,
But it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a new interest, all that stuff. My son, he was avid about going hunting with me all the time. As soon as he hit high school, that
It definitely changes.
It's football games, basketball games, all that stuff. And yeah, okay, man, I'm out the woods.
Yeah. Luckily, most of our boys have not figured out they're in love with girls.
Yeah, right.
So I don't have to deal with that. But no, I love it. They all call me Auntie Kim. It's just a big family. So that's really the biggest reason that we even bought this place was this back half right here. Was the biggest part to me.
Well, you know what? This starting to sound like a archery shop trend because over at Archery HQ, that was the main reason why they started Archery HQ was for the kids. So that's
it's the next generation.
Pass it down.
I honestly, whenever I started, me and my dad were YouTube warriors. We set up a bow in our backyard because of some random guy on YouTube, and archery really impacted me in more ways than one. Granted, it is something that me and my family do together now. Still working on my mom. She hasn't quite gotten the itch yet, but it's just something that really impacted my life in many different ways. And if I can impact even one kid the same, that's completely worth it to me.
Down is what matters. It's a traditional thing. We get away from tradition. Tradition is passed down.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you take what you know to your grave, then it was not even worth knowing. So,
right. Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing it. Kids, I really appreciate that. I try to do the same thing. I'm a hunter head.
Oh, that's awesome, man! Kudos to you. I could not.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what? I haven't actually had too crazy of a class. Kids are pretty attentive. I noticed that. So I think it's for them seeing archery on TV. They kind of want to, get the feeling of it and see how it is. But I kind of teach totally different. You guys are teaching for competition. I'm teaching for killing animals. So
we do a lot. Obviously, all of our kids, for the most part, most of them are not super big into harvesting animals and things. They're not really quite sure about that yet, but we do a lot of like adult beginner lessons. I do more of the professional level stuff, like the really deep dive, the really super tuning your bow stuff. But Miss Marina, who y'all will also know, she does all of our introductory lessons, and it doesn't really matter what you want to do, target archery, hunting, whatever. We really just try and cater to what anybody wants to do. Just because there is so, like, the cool part about archery is literally anyone can do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much, it's in your DNA. You know how to hunt. I mean, not really even knowing how to hunt, because I've had a lot of students that didn't know nothing about it, and then they took my field course and they like whiz through it. Just whiz through it. I mean, even in the blood tracking and stuff like that. I mean, just whiz through it, man. So it's kind of innate in us to be hunters, just by evolution, because that's what we used to do anyway. So,
Right.
yeah, so that's pretty cool. My love for archery. I used to be a firearms guy, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And man, once I got back into archery, because I started when I was a kid. I was in freaking Boy Scouts. When I first started shooting recurves, and actually a little bit before that, because my grandfather was an avid hunter, so he had long bows and recurves. That was way before compound bows came out.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
I actually remember when compound bows kind of first started trending. They had the little bitty wheels on them, man. It was like the little wheels of this compound bow. It had no kind of let off. Like, man, I'll stick with the recurve.
My granddad, so my mom's dad, which is super funny because, like I said, she does not do the whole archery scene. But he actually brought me some of his, some of his longbows and stuff, because he used to travel all over hunting with his bow, and he actually brought me the first compound bow that was released.
Wow.
So I have one of those. I'm gonna bring it to the shop eventually and make like a whole scene for it. But yeah, it sits very proudly up on my wall at my house right now. So.
Well, you should look me up. I make on the hobby side, make cases and trophy boxes and all that.
Perfect. Yeah, we were just talking this morning. I was like, I gotta find somebody to do that. So
Yeah,
that's
I'll get you a picture.
perfect.
So, I know we got a couple more people to meet. I know your parents are trying to run from us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's go.
Okay, so this is Miss Melissa. She is our head coach, event coordinator, our recurve specialist, all kinds. She has many, many titles. I'm gonna let her do her own little introduction real fast. What do you want to know? I don't even know. How'd you get into archery?
Melissa Tennant, that's a very long story, but basically my kids wanted to try something new, and we did archery at Augusta University in Georgia, and I became a coach within like 6 months of them starting the team. So that was back in 2016, 2017. It's been a while.
Okay, that's good. So you caught the bug and it stuck with you forever.
Stuck, yep. We all shot barebow recurve. I made the U.S. archery team in 2020. Worst year ever to be on the U.S. archery team because we didn't do anything. So yeah, I qualified for a couple international events that were canceled because of COVID, but I did go to El Salvador in May. Went to El Salvador in May with one of our barebow recurve kids.
Okay. Oh, that's the international?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, El Salvador, really?
Yeah, it was fun.
Wow, how was the food?
It was really good.
I'm a foodie, so
Yeah, it was really good.
Really? Wow, I want to go. I like to travel and eat, so I don't know if you can tell. I'm skinny, so a lot of skinny people, we love to eat, so yeah. But hey, thanks for coming in. Oh, thanks for stopping and giving us 5 minutes of your time. I know you have a class to go teach, so we'll let you get out of here.
Thank you very
One thing
much.
she did not mention is she was actually enlisted in our military as well.
I always like
we
to
got
thank
a
her for
vet
that.
that's trying to slip out of being a vet,
I
guys.
always forget.
Yo, so I had to stop that right quick, man. So anyway, we had some technical difficulties with the camera, so we lost a little bit of footage. So we didn't get a chance to hear Miss Melissa say where she retired from. She did retire from the United States Air Force. Shout out to all your Air Force people. I had a lot of family members that were in the Air Force. I had a lot of family members that were in every branch. And that was pretty much the conversation that we had as far as like knowing people in every branch except for the Coast Guard. And she happened to have a family member that was in the Coast Guard. So that was pretty funny. So anyway, shout out to Miss Melissa and all of our retired veterans that served in our U.S. forces or armed forces. We really appreciate you, and we thank you for your sacrifice and service. Not only the combat soldiers, but everybody that worked behind the closed doors to keep those combat soldiers safe in the field. So thank you very much for your service and your sacrifice, guys. We really appreciate you. And back to the video. All right. So we're going to meet a couple of more people that actually run the heart and soul of Leading Edge Archery. I find as a business owner, the heart and soul of my businesses is usually the people that work for me. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do anything. So here's one of those heart and soul people. One of my friends that I already know.
That you haven't seen in 2.5 years.
In a couple years. Got to follow on Instagram and stuff like that. But this is my girl, Melissa. So introduce yourself.
Howdy, I'm Marina Grace, and I'm one of the Bowtech's assistant coaches here, and I help to build arrows as well for everybody that comes in, pretty much.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So she made that real quick and simple, like trying to hurry up and get off the camera, but she's a really good-hearted person, guys. When you come to Leading Edge, I guarantee you she'll make you feel like you're at home, if that's just her personality. That's how I first met her. I didn't meet her here at Leading Edge, but when I first met her, I won't mention where she was working at, but she made me feel like I was at home. And from there on out, I started just kind of going back to that place until now. I don't go there anymore. She's not there, so.
That was funny how we met too, because we met where I used to work, coaching since I was 12, and I've been playing since I was 7. And then the job opened up that they needed someone who had experience coaching, but experience working with like autistic and special needs kids, as well as people with different adaptabilities. So it was really, really neat, because growing up, I've always loved working with either special needs kids or autistic adults and different things like that. So it was kind of neat how that ended up working out.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then I've watched you grow from there. Yeah, I've watched you grow for years from there. So I'm proud of where you've gone with your
Thanks, bestie.
I'm really proud of you. I don't get a chance to kind of say it in the comments and stuff, but I do try to comment when I can.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you've grown a lot.
Yes, sir.
Aren't you get ready to get married, or are you already married?
We're getting ready. Yes, we're getting ready. It'll be 4 years in April, and then he's based out of Dallas. So then he's moving down here, and we get married in October 11th.
All right, I better get an invite.
You're gonna save the date. I gotta do those at some point this month.
Yeah, I better get an invite, so I would definitely want to be there. So, all right, well, we'll take a look around a little bit more. Let's go see if we can pin Mom down, because she's been running. So we're gonna see if we can pin her down right quick, and hopefully maybe Dad's back. So we'll catch them and see what we can squeeze out of them guys. All right, we finally squeezed out Mom and Dad out of here. They were running around the shop acting like they were trying to do some work or something. Yeah, no, we getting them on this camera here today. So I want to introduce them a little bit. Mom, Dad, let's go for it. Names, your love for the sport, your love for your daughter and stepping in and helping her run this business. So, Dad, what's up, Dave?
I'm Cynthia. I'm Kyna's mom. That's pretty much what anybody in the country knows me as. I don't do archery. I only do what she needs me to do, the back of the office, billing, invoicing, making sure things get ordered, that kind of thing, and then follow her around the country, watching her shoot, and all of the kids that we have. We have about 100 kids a week that come in here and shoot.
So we have adopted grandkids.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever she was little, she used to say, "I want to have 100 kids." You know, like when she was little, and I'm like, "You actually have that now." Careful what you look for.
Yeah, all right, no kid. It doesn't have to be biologically.
Yeah. So that's all I do.
Okay.
So basically, Kyna gets to do all the fun stuff. We have to do all the stuff in the background that we don't get any credit for. So, you know, like changing light bulbs and things like that.
That's right. That's right.
I have no problem being in the background. I wouldn't be out here.
Yeah, we know we were trying to catch you. Trying to pass, I don't know, 30 minutes or something.
Yeah. So I'm Ty Stevens. I'm Kyna's dad, and like my wife said, we got into archery basically through Kyna. My background is in range and wildlife biology, so I ran ranches in South Texas for years and years. So we've done a ton of hunting. Kyna grew up on a 100,000 acre ranch. You know, we hunt deer pretty much every day, and so it's been a passion for us. And you know, when she picked up a bow and just God-given talent, and you know, pretty quickly saw that, hey, this is something that we need to pour into. And so when Kyna stepped into this shop for the first time, you know, we were just looking for a place to come that somebody knew something about target archery, and you know, the rest is kind of history. We had the opportunity to buy the shop a few years ago, and you know, the business was struggling when we took it over. Kyna's poured a lot of hard work into it, and we've got it turned back around. I think we've got the right people in the shop now, and you know, it's interesting to get to be part of the target archery community and do all of that. You know, some of Kyna's best friends are 5 states away. We do a ton of traveling. But you know, the heart of it really is hunting, and you know, we feel like God led us to do this, and we're very strong, you know, Christian family. We really try to let people feel the spirit when they come in here. We don't try to hit them in the head with it, but to coin the term that a good friend of mine hit me with a few years back, he said, my dad used to tell me, you got to preach the gospel every day, but only use words if you have to. And so that's kind of how we try to live our lives, and you know, I think the kids that we have coming through the program that are up and comers in archery, you know, we had a kid take second in Lancaster this year. Kyna had one of her kids win the Vegas shoot for the youth bow hunter division. So it's really cool to get to see her pour into those kids and share what she's got, the love of the sport. And we're just an outdoor family. We like to spend a lot of time hunting and getting people involved. So.
Well, and so many people only think of Kyna as a target archer, but I'm like, you need to remind people that you're actually a hunter, a big hunter. And I'm like, as we're listening to people in the community talk about their hunts this past year, I'm like, I think there's only one archery shop owner that killed both all whitetail, elk, all of that last year with her bow. And that was you. I'm like, you need to let people know I actually know what I'm doing in the hunting department too. I'm not just a target archer.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
You need to make sure we get that out, man.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing, which it's super fun when we do go to TAC or even these ASA programs and stuff, to see the people that come up to her, who are well-known people, come to her and ask for advice. I just, as a mom, that just makes my heart super happy for people to recognize she's young, she's a girl, she absolutely knows what she's doing in the hunting industry.
And you know what, your gender, your age, none of that matters in this community, guys. Right. This is a community of people that have, you know, love for each other and love for the sport. So we don't mind, you know, taking advice from somebody that's younger, especially if they figured out a cheat code. I don't know what that cheat code is. Don't gatekeep the cheat code, you know. So yeah, definitely, we want to spread that love, and I hope that, you know, this video and other videos and other creators actually start kind of making that a priority. So I love that.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all doing it.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
you know,
it's really cool to get to showcase what we have here and spread the word, and especially with, you know, TAC coming up. We'll be there, we'll have a booth there, and so, you know, if you guys come by and meet Kyna, it's kind of cool to get to meet a professional archer, somebody that's, you know, traveling around the country, you know, trying to make a living doing it.
Which I will say, so I'm actually going to be at 2 different shoots that weekend. So I'll be driving to Louisiana Wednesday night. I'll shoot Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hopefully I'll get to the shoot down on the Saturday. And then I'll drive through the night to get back there on Sunday morning for Total
so
Archery
you shooting on
Challenge.
Sunday with shortstop over there?
Hopefully, so
All right.
probably,
I'll see you out there.
Truthfully, I've never actually shot at a TAC event. I have only ever got to work and walk around and talk to people because I, believe it or not, love talking. So I oftentimes find myself missing long times or whatever because I just love talking to people.
Yeah. Oh, well, get ready for some trekking. It's rough. Those hills are rough, and I usually try to like work out, you know, a little bit ahead of time so it's not so bad, and then I load up my backpack with arrows and water, and I'm walking around with this 40-pound sack on, and you know, it's 25 targets, and then you got all that rock and slate that you gotta climb up.
Yeah.
It's rough.
But
Just get you ready for if you go on an elk hunt.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's the only event, it's the only discipline where you can actually get ready to hunt and test your skills with the equipment that you're probably gonna hunt with.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It's definitely scenario based.
we were at a distance shoot on Sunday. It's an orange dot shoot, which are more common in the West. But you know, you're shooting at animal-sized targets. You know, in the woods, you're trekking, you're going up and down, and it's a ton of fun. But you know, even at that, it's still, you know, you're not with the backpacks and all of that. So TAC really does. It really helps you prepare and test your equipment and your skills. You know, angles. You know, if your second, third axis aren't on, you know, you're missing targets.
You're missing yeah, my first year, man, I think I went through a couple of, as a matter of fact, I bought like 2 dozen arrows. So I started off with 24 arrows the first day, and still had to go buy another dozen arrows for the second day. And I was mad. You know what? And I believe that was actually the first year I met Shortstop, because she put my my sight on for me. And I never got my tape right, so I was out there winging it.
But you know the great thing about tack, we talked about this a lot last year. So, you know, the pro-ams that Kyna competes in, I mean, you know, you're shooting at a quarter out to 50 yards.
Yeah.
And if you don't hit half to 3/4 of them, you're not making the shoot down. So, you know, these people walk off the course and they're mad because they missed 112 ring. Or, you know, people coming off the Total Archery Challenge course, they're like, hey, I got all my arrows. It's a win.
It's a win, dude. It's a win. Yeah, like last year, I think I started off with half a dozen, and I actually walked away with my half a dozen.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's improved.
First year. Now next year I'll probably worry about scoring. It's just
so much
getting
fun.
on foam is the point, man. 'Cause then, like I said, you know, you walk in and you're tired, and by target 20, 21, they don't have any tack, they don't have any like snack things on the way through the course. I mean, they got water stations, but come on, can we get some snacks?
I told them last year they need to get a taco truck up there on that hill.
Man, really though, boy, geez, that would help, man. That would help big time. So, all right, well, we're not gonna hold mom and dad up because we know they're running the business. They, once again, the heart of the business is usually family, and I love family-owned businesses. I'm a business owner myself, even though my kids, they don't want to have anything to do with construction at all. So, but anyway, thanks, mom and dad. We appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day and talking to us. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a shot with one of those elite bows and see how it runs. Since I'm kind of in the market for a new bow anyway, so let's take a test of it. All right, y'all, I'm ready to take a test shot with this elite. What model is this?
This is the Exalt LD.
The Exalt LD. So I don't know. It's nice feeling in the hand so far. It's all aluminum, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, all aluminum.
So this is all aluminum. It's got a nice little balance of weight in my hand. So let's see how it shoots, guys. Oh, that was a nice cycle back there. That was a nice cycle. That was a nice cycle. I like that.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah. And I kind of started shooting again. I haven't shot since December, so my arms and shoulders and stuff are kind of sore, and I didn't feel that.
Yeah, shoot it a couple times.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. I like that. That's really nice, guys. I like the way it sits down on the wall.
So they do also have 2 different mods that it can come with. So there's a smooth draw mod, which is on there, and then there's a performance mod. The performance mod does give you about 5 feet a second faster. That's actually what I use on all my tournament stuff, just because I'm not pulling super heavy poundage. So the 5 feet does help. But the smooth mods and the performance mod just gives it a little different feel.
It was a smooth. It was definitely a smooth pull. I like this. This is nice, and it's really balanced for a longer bow. It's really balanced pretty good in my hand. Because my bear is like, I think it's a 32 axle or something like that. This is really nice. I like this. So I don't know, man. They stacking up the bows on me too. Everybody's stacking up the bows on me.
So can I give my little spiel about why I shoot elite?
Sure.
So my little spiel is my biggest thing is I like shooting for companies that I don't have to have a bow press for. So for me, because I have in target archery and hunts, I've had basically any kind of catastrophe that could have happened has happened to me at some point. So I have a lot of faith in all of the equipment they use. So for me, the biggest thing for elites was their set system. Whether I was doing broadhead tuning or bare shaft tuning or whatever I kind of implement into my own regimen, the set system allows me to keep all of my arrows completely in center shot, which to me is a huge deal. Like being in spec, I actually know the guy that makes these. He's a genius. So he makes them that way for a reason. So center shot to me is a really, really big deal. So set system is a huge deal. And then on top of that, each can has a mod on it with all the draw lengths, so you don't have to pay an extra $50 if you want to change your draw length to half inch. So that was another really big deal to me.
That's okay. That
But,
makes
yeah.
that makes sense. And it's got the pick rail up front and everything, so it's completely modernized, definitely.
And they do also have these. I've had a ton of people ask why there are Picatinny mounts on top of the lens as well. So they do, and it's not a super well-known thing around here for some reason. They do actually have a couple different systems. They have the rack system, which is a built-in integrated bow stand, which is actually super nice. And then they do also have a sling. Yep, they do also have a sling that you can attach to both sides, and it doesn't get in the way of your side or your arrow or anything like that.
Yeah,
So,
and then that's actually for bow hunters, anybody that's up in the trees, saddle hunters and stuff like that. This is a really good access point to go ahead and pull tie your pull rope on to.
Yep.
And if you're not using one, you better start using one. But anyway, yeah, I like that. And I saw that they had a new stand, and the stand it looks like a bipod for a rifle.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, and they're pretty adjustable, which honestly, there are several bow companies that are starting to come out with their own integrated version of that, which I think is super cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty cheap. I just usually set mine on the ground, but they do have that nice system now. So
Yeah, I think that's a hunter thing.
Yeah.
For all you competition guys, oh no, sit your boat. Yeah, we're hunters, man. We're in the mud, we're in the rain, we're out there in it, man. So we don't, we try to get rugged stuff that's gonna handle that. So we just kind of I do it all the time.
yeah, my bow's a tool. So if
exactly.
me laying it down hurts it, I've got bigger problems.
Right, no kidding, bro. Great mindset. All right, well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I'd like to thank you, Kyna, for
Absolutely.
having
It's
us
nice to
come.
meet you.
I had a great time. It was enjoyable. Your parents are laughing. Actually, everybody here is, it's a great place to come visit, guys. Like I said, I'm doing a showcase for every bow shop in town. Well, except for one, and I'm not going to say any names on that one. I'm just going to leave that one alone. I'll probably make a video just for them by themselves. I heard some bad news about them. One of my students actually kind of got screwed around by that bow shop.
Oh
so.
gosh, I'm so sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So I was like, wow, I was really surprised. I mean, because we only have 4 real bow shops in San Antonio.
Yeah.
You don't want to make a bad name for your shop, and then that makes a whole bad name for the whole area and everybody else's shops.
And one thing I will say is probably the biggest thing I've learned about the Archery community is it is very tight knit. So if something is said, there, I hear all the time, well, through the grapevine. The grapevine is a very tight knit community in Archery, sadly.
Yeah,
So
and that's the gossip world. Period. That's the way of the world nowadays, especially with social media and stuff. And that's why I'm not putting any names out. I don't want to burn anybody's business and stuff like that. They are business people, and they are in business to to eat and survive. So I don't want to kill anybody's business. But I mean, when you have a business, you gotta treat people right. You gotta treat your customers right. Because without your customers, you don't have a business. So take that in mind. But once again, thanks, Ken. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed this, and I'll definitely be back up here to test that range out.
Good deal.
Stuff.
We'll be excited to have you.
I will see you guys at TAC too. So.
Wait till it happens.
Yeah, well, I'll be back. Don't worry about it.
All right, y'all. So once again, man, I had a blast at another archery shop here in San Antonio, Leading Edge Archery, right out here in Bernie, off of Industrial Drive and I-10. So come on out and visit them. If you come into TAC, you guys got to meet them. You got to see what kind of people they are. I love family-owned businesses that treat customers like their family. And this is one of those places. So come on and patronize them. If you got anything you need done before TAC, like you heard in the interview, they do have some emergency services and stuff. Sorry, we're outside and we're in an industrial area, so there's trucks and stuff going by, and I don't have a mic. But if you want to donate a mic, I'll take it. But anyway, come on out and visit them, man. Check them out. You'll definitely feel at home, and you'll feel like it's worth your money, well spent. So, all right, y'all, we out, man. So,
Mossy yoke, real trees scent, blah blah blah. Put in